Starting a new business is exciting, but securing the necessary funding can be a significant challenge. If you're an entrepreneur located outside a major startup community, this challenge can be even more daunting. However, with the right approach and guidance, you can still secure the seed funding you need to get your business off the ground. In his book, Startup Seed Funding for the Rest of Us, Mark Belsito provides valuable insights into how to secure investors for your new business, even if you're not located in a major startup community. Drawing on his experience as an early employee and co-founder of startups, as well as his work as an advisor to startups, Belsito offers practical advice on how to make your business more attractive to investors and how to build the relationships you need to secure startup capital. The book covers various topics, including red flags that can immediately lose an investor's interest, the most critical element of your business that investors rate, and strategies for identifying and approaching potential investors even if you have no existing connections to them. Belsito emphasizes the importance of being strategic in your approach to fundraising and provides valuable tips on how to maximize your business's appeal to potential investors. One interesting aspect of the book is the analogy Belsito draws between investors and farmyard animals. He compares angel investors to chickens, venture capitalists to cows, and crowdfunding investors to goats. This analogy adds a fun and memorable element to the book while also providing some useful insights into the different types of investors and their expectations. Overall, Startup Seed Funding for the Rest of Us is an informative and practical guide for any entrepreneur looking to secure seed funding for their business. Whether you're located in a major startup community or not, the strategies and advice offered in this book can help you maximize your chances of securing the funding you need to turn your business idea into a reality. Idea 1. How to prove your startup's viability and attract investors. With the glamour surrounding venture capitalism and celebrity investors like Lady Gaga and Ashton Kutcher, it's easy for business founders to get caught up in fantasies about who will invest in their business. However, the key to securing seed funding is not in celebrity endorsements, but in demonstrating the viability of your business model. Even in Silicon Valley, where investors are constantly on the lookout for the hottest new startup, securing funding requires more than just a great idea. Beyond Silicon Valley, investors tend to be even more conservative, making it crucial to show that your business is more than just a concept. To attract investors, you must demonstrate that your business model is financially viable. This is where traction comes in. Traction is a method of proving that your business model will generate a return on investment, based on actual data rather than assumptions. To demonstrate traction, you must first create a financial plan that shows how every dollar of funding will result in $3 of revenue. This will prove to investors that your business model is financially viable and that their investment will result in a return. Next, create a prototype of your product or service to show investors what your idea will look like in reality. This prototype does not need to be fully functional but can be a mock-up or sample created using a 3D printer or a video demo. Finally, line up potential customers by promoting your product or service before it launches. This can be done by using a service like LaunchRock to collect the details of potential customers who are interested in your creation. This type of traction confirms that there is a market for your business concept, which is what attracts investors. In conclusion, attracting investors requires demonstrating the viability of your business model through traction. By creating a financial plan, a prototype, and lining up potential customers, you can prove that your business model is based on actual data and is financially viable, making it an attractive investment opportunity for investors. Idea 2. Captivating investors with your startup pitch. As a startup founder, your pitch is your chance to persuade investors that your business is worth their time and money. However, too many pitches fall flat because they focus solely on what the startup does without explaining why it's important. To make your pitch stand out, it's crucial to highlight the why behind your business. The why is what drives your startup's mission and fills a gap in the market. By articulating the problem your startup solves, you make your pitch emotionally engaging and relatable. Investors want to see that you understand the needs of your target audience and that you're offering a solution that resonates with them. Focusing on the why also demonstrates your emotional commitment to your startup's mission. This commitment makes you a less risky investment because you're more likely to overcome obstacles and stay motivated in the face of challenges. Investors also know that team loyalty is critical to a startup's success. If your employees believe in your mission, they'll be more likely to stick around and contribute to your innovation and growth. In conclusion, to create a pitch that stands out, you need to focus on the why behind your startup. By explaining the problem you solve, you make your pitch emotionally engaging, show your commitment to your mission, and demonstrate that you understand the needs of your target audience. With a compelling why at the core of your pitch, you'll be more likely to captivate investors and secure the funding you need to grow your business. Idea 3. Assumptions. What investors look for in a financial plan. When pitching a startup to investors, a solid 5-year business plan or huge profit margins may seem like the most important factors to focus on. However, what investors are actually looking for are assumptions. By reviewing a financial plan, investors can identify whether the startup's founders are inexperienced, immature, or deliberately misleading. To demonstrate to investors that you have done your homework, it is crucial to fully understand your future customers and know how to leverage market opportunity with your available resources. This means avoiding making assumptions when writing your business model and instead basing your assumptions on actual data obtained through research. Inflated revenue forecasts that are based on assumptions about market potential are a red flag for investors. Rounded figures like 300% are often seen as guesses and not based on actual data. Instead, your total market size should be based on research, like industry reports or census data. An unrealistic marketing plan is another red flag for investors. Investors want to see that you have considered how potential customers will learn about your product and developed an effective marketing strategy to reach them. However, investing millions in advertising before generating any revenue is also alarming. You need to show that your advertising investments will result in growth and not simply assume that spending more on marketing will win you customers. To show investors that your financial plan is solid, create a one-page spreadsheet outlining how you'll generate revenue and how you'll spend funds to make sales. Focus on the cost of a single sale and how you can scale revenue from that one sale to achieve many more. By avoiding assumptions, you can demonstrate to investors that you've done your homework and have a solid financial plan for your startup. Idea 4. Positioning yourself as a leader in a small startup community. As an entrepreneur in a small startup community, it can be easy to feel disgruntled and believe that success is only possible in larger, more established hubs such as Silicon Valley, Austin, and New York. However, being part of a newer startup community offers an important benefit. It's much easier to position yourself as a leader. Investors are drawn to leaders who can inspire a team, tackle competition, and convince customers that their product is the best. By establishing yourself as a thought leader and founder in your community, you can gain investor confidence and attract potential investors. To position yourself as a leader, start by getting to know the other entrepreneurs in your community. Identify fellow thought leaders and founders who host events that attract potential investors and organize coffee meetings with them. Be sure to have a specific purpose for your meeting, such as asking for feedback on a particular aspect of your business plan or offering to assist them in an area where you're an expert. Don't underestimate the power of helping others. Offer to mentor fellow startups, share your expertise, and build goodwill. Reciprocity is a currency in startup communities, so giving back can lead to receiving. Finally, create opportunities for serendipitous meetings by organizing regular startup meetings at a local bar, tech event, or private Facebook group. By taking the initiative to build connections and establish yourself as a leader, you can position yourself at the center of your community and attract potential investors. With time, initiative, and goodwill, success can be achieved in any startup community. Idea 5. The importance of building an effective team for your startup. As an entrepreneur, you may think that having a brilliant idea is enough to attract investors. However, what really matters is having a solid team behind your startup. Your team's ability to execute your vision is critical to your success. Therefore, it is essential to choose your founding team wisely. To build an effective team, start by doing a skills audit. Identify the knowledge bases and expertise you need to get your startup off the ground. If you have all these skills, you may be able to convince investors that you can create a viable business alone. If not, you'll need to recruit people who can fill the gaps. One of the biggest mistakes you can make is recruiting people who think and look like you. Homogenized thinking can lead to poor problem-solving skills and limited creativity. Instead, aim for diversity in your team, which will bring different perspectives and approaches to the table. This will help you arrive at better decisions and strategies. When recruiting potential team members, view the process as seriously as marriage. Get to know your potential recruits before inviting them to join you. Spend time with them and find out their level of commitment. Like marriage, you want team members who are prepared to go the distance with you and share your business goals. In conclusion, building an effective team is critical to the success of your startup. Investors want to see that you have a team that can execute your vision and is committed to your business goals. By carefully selecting diverse and committed team members, you increase your chances of success. Idea 6. Creating a pitching playbook. Pitching to investors can be a daunting task for any startup founder. To increase your chances of success, it's important to prepare thoroughly before presenting your business to potential investors. One way to do this is by creating a pitching playbook that includes everything an investor might ask for. The first step in creating your playbook is to develop a single-page startup canvas. This document will provide a clear snapshot of your business model, helping you to reflect on important aspects of your business and ensure it's well thought out. There are several templates available online, such as the Business Model Canvas or the Lean Canvas. Next, prepare your executive summary, which should cover the problem you're solving, your solution, the market size, your revenue model, information about your team, and a financial overview. Aim to provide all this information in 2 pages or less. Finally, create a pitch deck, a PowerPoint or keynote presentation that covers each critical component of your business in around 10 slides. Make sure you have 2 versions of your pitch deck, one that can stand alone without explanation and a more visual version to present in person. In addition to these materials, you'll need to have a well-researched financial model that includes revenue projections, expenses, and cash flow. Once you have all these materials in place, practice your pitch with your team and seek feedback. Remember, your pitching playbook is your team's playbook for success. It's essential to have a clear understanding of your business model, market size, team, and financials before pitching to investors. By creating a thorough pitching playbook, you'll be well prepared to make a compelling case for investment in your startup. Idea 7. How to connect with investors when you're outside of major startup communities. It can be challenging to find investors for your startup when you're located outside of major startup communities. However, it's not impossible. With the right approach, you can form the connections you need to get seed funding. The first step is to stay in close contact with any mentors or other champions of your business. They might have colleagues who are interested in investing in your startup. Research their network and identify potential investors who might be a good match for your business. You can use investor profiles on databases like AngelList and Crunchbase to help you create a list of potential investors. Once you have a list of potential investors, check if they are connected to anyone you know on LinkedIn. If they are, ask your mutual contact to introduce you. If you don't have any mutual connections, you may need to cold call. While this can be daunting, social media has made it easier to reach out to people you don't know. Initiate contact with your target investor by following them on Twitter and joining in the conversations they're having. If they have a blog, read their posts and leave thoughtful comments. This will help you to develop a rapport with them. Once you've established a connection, you can send them a carefully crafted email providing some information about your startup and asking if they're interested in discussing it further. Remember that building relationships takes time, and not every investor will be the right fit for your business. Be patient and persistent, and don't be afraid to ask for feedback if an investor decides not to invest. By following these steps, you can create your own investor connections and increase your chances of getting the funding you need to make your startup a success. Idea 8. How to secure your first investment for your startup. Getting that first investment check can be the most challenging part of starting a business. Investors tend to prefer investing in companies that have already received seed funding. However, there are strategies you can use to secure that crucial first investment and attract more investors. First, show your commitment to your business by becoming your first investor. Make an investment that's significant in relation to your circumstances, even if it's just $500. By investing in your business, you demonstrate to potential investors that you believe in your idea and are willing to take risks. Next, turn to your family, friends, and mentors. Some of them may be able to make a small investment in your business. Make sure that they understand the risks associated with investing in a startup and manage their expectations accordingly. If an investor is hesitant to be the first to invest, propose that they invest on the condition that you find another investor who'll match their contribution. This approach allows you to get their commitment without them having to hand over a check straight away. When speaking to other potential investors, let them know that your first investor is standing by with their checkbook. This approach can increase your credibility and make your startup appear more trustworthy. Receiving your first investment is a significant milestone that can give you the confidence to reach out to more investors and secure the seed funding you need to grow your business. Remember, your first investment doesn't have to be the largest, but it can be the most important. By demonstrating your commitment and using these strategies, you can increase your chances of securing that crucial first investment. Summary: living outside a well-established startup community shouldn't put you at a disadvantage. With careful research, a strong team, and a compelling pitch, you can attract seed funding regardless of your location. It's important to understand that investors are looking for viable businesses, not just good ideas. Building a rapport with them through social media can help you secure that first investment, which can create a snowball effect and lead to more funding. To keep your investors engaged and updated on your business developments, consider setting up a private blog using WordPress. Only give access to your investors with a username and password, and post regular updates that they will receive notifications about via email. This way, you can keep them informed and maintain good communication. Now, thank you for taking the time to watch, and if you found value in this video, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. And in case you want to buy the book, use the link in the description. Trust me, you won't regret it.